Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best cheap space heater.
Starting at number 5.
Honeywell 360 degree. The Honeywell 360 degree surround heater is a no-nonsense model for heating a small area. It's perfect if you're looking to take the chill off when you're working at a desk or hunkered down on the couch. On its high heat setting, the Honeywell 360 degree surround heater was only able to get a 15 by 10 foot room 2 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit warmer, depending on where you stood, and didn't heat particularly evenly. However, when it's right beside you, it will heat you up in 10 seconds. It uses an average amount of energy when heating, 0.25 kilowatt hours. With only 2 buttons and 2 heat settings, the Honeywell is easy to set. Once it heats up, there's a variable thermostat that you can use to stabilize the temperature. As it operates, the surfaces of the unit heat up by about 10 degrees above room temperature, but it's nowhere near enough to be a burn hazard. At 59.9 decibels, this was the loudest space heater we tested, so it's not ideal if you're trying to watch TV while it's running. On top of the unit there's a handle that makes it very convenient to move around, and at 5.4 pounds it's pretty lightweight. Priced at around $40, this heater is a good value for what it brings to the table, which is why it makes the list as one of the best space heaters, but you should only use it in smaller rooms.
Coming at number 4.
Amazon Basics Small. The Amazon Basics Small Space Heater is exactly what it claims to be, a compact heater for warming up the air immediately where you're sitting or lounging. It's perfect if you don't want to spend a bundle and don't need to warm up a whole room, but feel chilly when you're working at your desk or reading a book. The Amazon Basics Small Space Heater is a little box that at 5.9 by 3.2 by 6 inches is almost pocket size. In our tests, it was able to raise the temperature in our 15 by 10 foot test room evenly by only about 2.5 degrees Fahrenheit. However, when it was sitting right in front of us, it was able to warm us up by 4 degrees. Because of its low wattage, it has the lowest energy consumption of all the other heaters we reviewed, only 0.12 kilowatt hours. This heater couldn't be easier to use as it has just one heat setting. However, when it's heating, the Amazon Basics Small Space Heater does get warm to the touch, particularly on the front where we recorded a temperature of 123 degrees Fahrenheit. We measured a sound level of 51.4 decibels, which is a tad loud for an object that will be quite close to you. At less than 1.5 pounds in weight, it's easy to tote from room to room, and it's so small that it won't take up much room in a closet when it's not being used. It could even be stashed in an office desk drawer.
At number 3.
Dyson Purifier Hot. The Dyson Purifier Hot Plus Cool HP07 is way more expensive than just about any space heater on the market, but it has a lot going for it, making it one of the best space heaters. For starters, it's beautifully designed, though its modern look may not appeal to everyone. In addition to heating, it can cool off a room and purify the air, so you are essentially getting 3 appliances in one. In a 15 by 10 foot room, the Dyson Purifier Hot Plus Cool HP07 raised the temperature very evenly on its highest setting, increasing the temperature by 7 to 8 degrees Fahrenheit in 20 minutes. However, it used more energy than any other model we tested, an average of 0.34 kilowatt hours. In spite of the fact that the Dyson has many functions, it's intuitive to program with the remote. In addition to changing the heat level, you can set the unit to oscillate, adjust the airflow speed and direction, set a timer, and turn on a night mode to dim the display and slow down the fan speed. You can only operate the heating element of this appliance with the remote, and if you lose it, it will cost $30 to replace. All of the surfaces on the heater stay totally cool, so there's no chance whatsoever that anyone will get burned from touching it. There are also no fan blades, which makes it very safe in cooling mode as well as very easy to clean. When it's heating on high, the Dyson reaches a sound level of 55.8 decibels, which is about as loud as a coffee maker. It's roughly the same as most of the heaters we tested. The Dyson uses a 2-piece HEPA and carbon filter to trap gases and particles, which the company claims includes allergens, bacteria, mold, VOCs, formaldehyde, and cooking smoke and odors. But because it's an air purifier, you will have to replace the filter once a year at a cost of $80. By connecting the Dyson to its app, you can control the fan speed, monitor air quality, and receive alerts on your mobile device. You can also control it with Alexa, Google Assistant, or Siri.
Number 2 of my list.
Dr. Infrared Heater. With its wooden casing and rectangular shape, the Dr. Infrared Heater DR998 could be mistaken for a subwoofer speaker. It's well constructed and looks substantial. While it would fit in well in a room with a lot of wood furniture and a warm color scheme, it might seem out of place in a home with a gray and white palette that's currently in fashion. When running on a high heat setting in our 15 by 10 foot test room, it was able to increase the temperature by about 4 degrees Fahrenheit, and this heat was distributed fairly evenly with just a 2-degree difference around the room, similar to most of the heaters we tested. When placed close to where we were sitting, it was able to warm us up in under 30 seconds. This heater uses an average amount of energy compared to the other space heaters we tested. Right on the front, it has large, well-marked control buttons and an LED display that shows the settings with easy-to-read numbers. This heater can also be used as a humidifier as well as a fan for cooling, and you can set it to oscillate up to 360 degrees for a more even distribution of air. At 25 pounds, this is a heavy and hard-to-lift space heater. However, it has wheels that make it easy to roll across the floor or into a closet for storage.
And number 1.
Lasko FH500. Although it's over 3 feet tall, the Lasko FH500 is slim and has a clean, uncluttered design. In a 15 by 10 foot test room, at its highest setting, it surpassed every other heater we tested, and raised the temperature perfectly evenly by 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It was also quick to heat up. Within 12 seconds, we felt warmer. In spite of its great heat output, it drew an average amount of energy in relation to the other heaters. However, there is an eco mode if you want to save on your bills. After you set a precise temperature, the power cycles on and off to reduce energy consumption. The fan can be set to oscillate for even distribution of heat. And you can also set a timer to shut the unit off automatically after up to 8 hours. None of the surfaces on the Lasko itself present a burn hazard if you've got children running around, and it's not too loud either. Inside the Lasko there's a permanent filter which needs to be popped in before first use and then vacuumed every 2 weeks to keep it in top condition. This heater can be controlled by its panel or by a remote control, which you can store in a pocket on the back of the tower. With all of this in mind, it's easily the best space heater. It's also why it took home the Tom's Guide 2022 award for Best Space Heater.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.